what can we say about this whole stop-start with electrolyzer technologies and that inherently intermittent power that it relies upon? Deepak?
Yeah. So very interesting point. Again, this point is coming from when people start thinking about going FID on the project. Because if the power is intermittent, obviously the power can be cheap. And if you are not putting BESS, battery energy storage system, then you are operating whenever the power is available. So sun is available, say for 8 hours or 12 hours somewhere, and then you have wind for a few more hours, but maybe 6 to 8 hours you don't have any power on the day. At that time, if you are shutting down your electrolyzer, doesn't matter whether it is PEM or alkaline, it's going to impact its health. You can you can use the electrolyzer from 100% to say 60% easily without any impact on the life of the electrolyzer. You can do that, but don't think that it's a gasoline car or a diesel car that you can turn it on whenever you want or turn it off whenever you want. Technically, you can put it on hot standby and then you can again ramp up in less than 3 minutes or something. Technically, you can do, but you are impacting the life of the electrolyzer. What I would suggest is whatever projects we are doing all over the world, what we suggest to our clients, we have a kind of a detailed business model or a detailed project model where we tell them if you want to produce that much of green hydrogen, you need that kind of solar plus wind plus BESS, right? This kind of system, which makes it close to say 95% availability or more, because that's where project is going to make money. If you are running an electrolyzer, say 70% of the time, project is not going to make money. And I would say hardly that kind of project can go FID. If it is 5 megawatt or smaller project, yeah, that can go. But if you're talking about 100 megawatt or bigger projects, they need to run as much as possible, close to 24/7.
Fantastic. Thank you, Deepak. And Leanne, just very quickly, you've got more than 22 years experience in this energy sector across various geographies where I'm sure, in fact, between where you are now and where you've lived previously, you've got different experiences of wind and solar intermittency. Your thoughts?
Yeah, and it's looking at the full ecosystem. And I'll go back to one of the points I brought about how green is that molecule that you're producing, right? Because that's where a lot of projects fall down. And Jonathan, you mentioned the colours earlier, and we get into it, how green is green? So what shade of green is it? And this is where we get to about the electrolyzers and the intermittency of power as well, because sometimes you might have to rely on some grid power coming in and where you don't know how green the power is, and therefore that affects how much your green molecule at the end of the day is worth. And that's why that carbon management and that carbon and hydrogen certification at the back end is really important and feeds into the whole FID decision, and whether these projects are going to be worthwhile or not.